Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, where today I'm doing another look using the Naughty palette from BH Cosmetics. This is part of my Week of series, where I do an entire week of uploads using just one eyeshadow palette. The series itself is linked down below, as well as every other look that I've done this week using the Naughty palette, as well as my BH Cosmetics playlist. If you want to see any of that stuff, it's all in the description box. That box also includes all the information about things that I'm wearing, and if you are new here, hi there! If you're new, my name is Rachel. I'm a homeschooling stay-at-home mom. I really enjoy playing with colorful eyeshadow, and I upload multiple videos every week. They're always eyeshadow-related content, so tags, get ready with me's tutorials. If you are into that sort of thing, you found the right channel. I hope that you'll consider subscribing before you go and hit the notification bell so you don't miss new uploads, because I got lots of good stuff coming up. Lots of good stuff. So without further ado, let's get going with this tutorial. Alright, I have put my hair back, zoomed in, and already primed my eyes using the Glamlight Icing Primer. Now I'm going to start with this eye look. I want to play in the pinks and purples today, so I'm taking this denser blending brush. I'm going to start in the shade Sugar Plum. Sugar. Not sugar. Sugar. I am wearing horizontal stripes today. And honestly, they're not the best colors for me. I'm borrowing maternity clothes from a friend of mine. Now, I am, at the time of this filming, about 32.5 weeks pregnant. You guys are not seeing the video until a week or two into February, at which point I'll be like 34, 35 weeks pregnant. I was wearing my own clothes for most of this pregnancy until finally it got to the point where it just wasn't working anymore. I have 2 pairs of pants that I bought during my last pregnancy. They're not maternity pants, but they are really, really low rise and a bit stretchy, so I can use them for a pregnancy. I'll just put them on and roll them down a bit until they're under my belly and we're good to go. So that's what I've been wearing, but I was wearing my own shirts up until a few weeks ago, and it was like, no, if I want these shirts to fit when I'm no longer pregnant, I need to not stretch them out. So a friend of mine, she's like, oh, well, I've got some maternity clothes you can borrow if you want. And I'm like, yes, and thank you. So she gave me whatever she had, and I'm really grateful. I'm not complaining. What gets me is why on earth brands will make maternity clothes in horizontal stripes. Because everybody knows that horizontal stripes kind of make you look wider. And every pregnant woman wants to look wider, right? All of us. That's just our goal in life, is to look wider than we actually are. Because when you're growing a human, your confidence is at its peak and your body image is just soaring. We're already wearing wide load tags on our butts and our bellies and our chests. And so having horizontal stripes only enhances that and makes us feel better about ourselves, right? Right? I'm taking a much looser and softer blending brush and dipping into the shade Santa Baby, which now gets an annoying song in my head, and I'm putting this right on the edge of this Sugar Plum color, and I'm just buffing it out. I did bring Sugar Plum a little bit further into my crease than I usually do. And now I'm gonna buff it all out into a little bit of the angled shape that I like. So anyway, again, I am not complaining, because if it weren't for my friend letting me borrow her clothes, I would have to go out and buy maternity clothes or just wear my husband's t-shirts, which is kind of what I did towards the end with my last pregnancy. One of the things that she gave me was some bib overalls, which I personally think are cute. They're actually quite comfortable. It's so funny because I got dressed the other morning and I was like, I just need clothes right away. So grabbed the first thing out of the bag, and it was these overalls, and I threw them on. And then my husband, he goes, hey, what's up, Farmer Joe? And I'm like, you know what? That's okay. I can be Farmer Joe today. Farmer Joe fits in Farmer Joe's clothes, which Rachel was not doing. So I'll be Farmer Joe. It's fine. He was going to mock me no matter what, but I thought that they were cute. I think it's a commercial. I think it was a commercial for Sherwin-Williams paint or something, where this family was moving into a new house and they had a baby on the way, and the woman was wearing these overalls, and I just thought she was adorable. I thought she was adorable, but I had never actually worn maternity overalls. So when I saw them in the bag, I'm like, oh, how fun. I can be the Sherwin-Williams lady. I'm bringing, with the same brush, this color Sugar Plum onto the lower lash line in the outer half or so. Once again, I don't know why, because I've been doing this palette all week. Once again, I am surprised by the pigment, because I kind of put on too much I don't usually like it when my color reaches my eyebrow, and I'm getting perilously close to that right now, especially on this side. In fact, I think I have reached the eyebrow right over here. I don't like it when the color hits the brow, but I mean, you can't take shadow off once you've put it on. At least you can't take it off with much control. So what I'm going to do is get some translucent face powder. You could also use a very, very neutral color. You know what? Actually, what I'm going to do is take the shade Meringue in this palette, which is basically a bone or skin tone colored matte, and I'm going to use that on the edges that are a little bit too high and try to bring them back in a little bit. One of my goals with this week of series is not to reuse colors, if I can help it, especially in a palette of this size. It's like, well, it's not really that much of a challenge if you're reusing stuff, right? However, this Meringue shade is impressive. Really, the whole palette's impressive. But the Meringue shade especially, considering that it's basically my skin tone, and it's covering darker pigments, that's impressive. Look at that. It kind of just backed it on up, didn't it? I know for sure that I want to use this shadow called Candied Fruit. This is a very purple shimmer. I'm taking it on a flat brush, and I will spray the brush after it's dipped into the pan. So I'm going to take Candied Fruit and put it on the center of the lid where these shimmers are. I'm not sure that I'm going to bring it all the way to the inner corner. It kind of depends on how dark it is. You have to tell me, when I was pregnant with my first child, I bought maternity clothes. And some of the maternity clothes that I bought were the maternity pants or jeans. They are awful. At least 10 years ago, 11 years ago when I was pregnant with my first. Awful. So bad. Because they never stay up, the blasted things. You're constantly hiking them up. Hiking all day long. I don't know. They're so bad. So when I was pregnant 9 years later with my second child, well, the second one who's here, I did not buy any maternity pants. I'm like, no, I'm not doing this again. Those things are terrible. I'll just buy pants that are really low rise and I can just fold them, which is what I did. And that worked just fine. I'm currently wearing those pants today. But then my friend gave me one pair of maternity leggings, which are like Steve Urkel, right? They come up to your chest. They're so stretchy, but they are comfy. I will grant that they're comfy. All right, that's a pretty shimmer. It's catching the light in a really interesting way. Sometimes it looks really sheer, but then when I move my eye or my head, like, oh wait, no, it's not sheer. It's just a matter of the way that the light is catching it. But I don't think I want to bring that all the way in. I'm going to look and see if there are any other shimmers that I haven't used that I want to use. I'm a little limited because I definitely want a lighter color on my inner corner. Really, there are four light tone shimmers in this palette. We've got Snow Day, Cheers, Ornaments, and Very Merry. The rest are medium to dark tones. And I have used all four of those shimmers during this week. I think I'm going to go back into Very Merry. I'm going to dip into the pan and then spray the brush. I just want a little bit of color contrast, so I'll put this on the inner third of the lid. Oh, that's fun. Okay. I knew it was a light toned green, like a sagey, yellowy kind of green. It's pretty. I don't want to take over the purple though. I definitely want the purple to be more the focal point when it comes to shimmers. So I'm just laying this down on the inner third and then blending it into the purple, and I can go back into the purple as well and blend it into the green. But why are maternity pants so badly designed? I understand them in theory. In concept, right? It's like that's the part of your body that's growing, therefore you need it to be quite stretchy. But maybe the problem is that once those pants have been worn through a full pregnancy, they're stretched. And so then if you wear them again and you're not 40 weeks pregnant, they're gonna just kind of be too loose for a while until your belly is big enough to fill them out completely again. I don't know. Maybe the pants that I got were kind of pre-stretched. They probably were secondhand because most of what I buy is secondhand. I don't know. They were just awful. They were just terrible. I'm going to take a smaller flat brush and bring this, well, I think I'll bring both of these colors mirrored onto the lower lash line. I totally forgot to deepen the outer corner, so I took a smudger brush and I dipped into the shades Nutcracker and Coal, both of which I have used before this week, but they're both good deepening shades and they're the purpley black sort of smoky look that I wanted, and I deepened the outer corner on the lower lash line and also just the very outer corner of the upper lash line. So this is how it is looking right now. I'm liking it a lot. I'm really glad I brought the green in because I think it makes it more interesting, lighter toned, kind of brings it to the next level. It's not just purple all the way in. I did use the green as an inner corner highlight, but I'm debating, I might grab that Snow Day shade and just pop it a little bit more. So I'm gonna take a small blending brush and grab Snow Day, and then I'll spray it on the brush. Snow Day I'm gonna tap right here, right on top of that green. Yeah, that is a great inner corner highlight. Really, this palette's impressing me. I mean, it's funny because it's so large, it's not my style. And when I look at it, I don't feel inspired by the colors. And I'm not sure what that's all about. But when I use it, I go, oh wow, it's really good quality. I know why you guys were so excited about it. I get it. I mean, this palette, the quality is really good. So there's the eye look. I'm going to choose a waterline color and finish up the other side, and I'll be back in a second to show you guys how it looks when it's all done. I totally forgot to tell you guys, I have this new glitter liner from NYX. This is the, what is it? It is the NYX Liquid Crystal Body Liner. And it's kind of like the OPV liners where it's got a really fine tip. And this one is in the shade Crystal Silk. So it's kind of a gold, and I thought it would be pretty with this look. It might be a little bit much, but I don't care. I want to play with it. I'm going to do, oh, what am I going to do? I think I'm going to go for an outer wing because, sorry, I'm trying to do this without getting the mirror directly in your face. But I think I'm going to go for an outer wing because I think it's going to show up in this darker area nicely. So I'm just painting it where I would put a wing. You may or may not actually be able to see this on the camera. I don't have the best camera. It doesn't always pick up the little details, such as very fine lines of glitter. But I'm putting this where the wing would go. And then I don't really have a plan. This is me not having a plan. I think I'll just put it in the outer corner instead of a wing. Can you see that? Does that look good? I don't know. Between my lighting and my angle, I can't see if it looks good. When I do the editing, I'll zoom in. Hopefully you guys are able to see what that looks like, and in my editing, then I'll be able to see what it looks like. And I'll probably be staring closely at my eye in better lighting later today to be like, can you see it? What does it look like? Anyway, now I'm gonna go off camera and finish up. I'll be right back. Okay guys, here is how the look turned out, all said and done. I did put some black eyeliner on the top, and you probably saw when I was doing the glitter, I had started doing a wing, but it didn't turn out very well, which is partially why I used the glitter to overlay it. I really like that NYX glitter liner. I think it's really pretty. I like that the applicator is very small. I might get some other colors if I can find them. I don't know if it's a current product or if that is discontinued, but I'm gonna look and see. Anyway, in my waterline, I used white because white is always a good idea. On my face, I'm wearing these two palettes from BH Cosmetics. The Frosé is highlighter and the Tulum is bronzer. And then on my lips, I'm wearing NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Peaches and Cream. I'm all pink and purple today. That is just what I was feeling. I have to say, final thoughts on the palette. I am overall impressed. I think the quality is very good. It's buildable, it's blendable, it's pigmented. You get a lot of color. In fact, it's easy to get a little bit too much color. You have to go in pretty lightly, and you can always build, but again, you can't take away. So you have to be careful with that. It's easy to over apply. The shadows, they really did surprise me. So, I mean, go BH Cosmetics of 2 years ago, whatever it was. I think the palette's really nice. I'm glad I have it. Even though it's really big, it takes up a lot of space. It is a nice palette. I hope you have enjoyed this week of the Naughty palette from BH Cosmetics. I hope you're enjoying this series. I hope that you liked the eye look. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you guys again very soon in my next video. Hope you have a great day. Bye!